you were talking about a demand, or not a demand, but a slogan of the Communist Party in the 40s, something about...
Join the Communist Party for a life with a purpose.
Right, for a life with a purpose, and to give back to that kind of thing, not just like, oh, protest the war because it's fucked up, but like kind of bringing people into a movement that, is, that they can help reclaim some of that stuff that's been lost and stuff. So I was wondering if y'all could talk.
Roger, and I'd like to talk to that.
I think you make a really important point, because this is a time of enormous opportunity. The financial crisis, I think, the so-called financial crisis, is a real opportunity. Unfortunately, people have, find other ways of dealing with it. But it provides, what I'm finding, some of the statistics that are coming out, are that people are cooking at home more. People are buying sewing machines. People are, I'm not, reactionary romanticizing this, but these are some of the things that connect people to life more than work and consuming things, and going out and shopping. They are doing less, they are certainly doing less of that. And if some of that energy is, is utilized to enhance relationships with people, which is what I was trying to get to in my paper, we have a start at something. I think, yes, also politically, people can, their consciousness can be raised a lot more easily now than when people were so busy with it, in the marketplace. But I think you raise a really interesting point. It is a time of great opportunity, and can the left take advantage of it?
I wanted to respond as well, which is, I think that, now would be a moment if we could work out a way of working, okay, and be a platform. And there were, let's say, 300 young people fanning out to talk to people in their kitchens. That's what we did in the 60s. We didn't
just... Not on Facebook?
No, there was no Facebook. Or even starting Facebook nets, whatever worked. But to talk about what is your life like? What would you like? And one of the things that I think could be effective is not to pretend that we know everything, not to take on that macho crap, but to say, I need you because we need to make a change, and not because I have the God's honest truth, but because your truth and my truth together will change this, and we need each other, because all we have is the mass of people. And start talking about, okay, what are we going to do? For example, what I talked about before, emotional labor. What is important about taking care of people? How do we reward it? Let's make a demand that every job that requires taking care of people get an extra supplement for taking care of people, for emotional labor. Let's demand, because people, particularly women, are working now, let's demand healthy, nutritious takeout food. People used to say, socialized kitchens, they'll never go for it. 6 billion hamburgers a year are sold by McDonald's alone in their communist kitchen of McDonald's, only it isn't, free or communal. The healthful restaurant, places for families to go together, options for subsidized house cleaning and laundry services, quality education programs. Talk about what people need and ask people, what is your need? We need you. We don't have the final answer, but we know we have the answer that we need each other, which would be a different left from the pontificating left that has the answers with a kind of religious zeal that's completely wacky and is passé. And so I think we need to think along those lines. And the most important thing is to do the thinking together. That's why this conference is important. To say, okay, we're here, we share the same values, let's think it out. Let's create a possibility that inspires us to go talk to people we know, which is a beginning.